Time, a precious commodity, especially for farmers and ranchers. Yields for that time are not just found in the fields, but also on the Hill, Capitol Hill. Texas farmers and ranchers took the time to go to Washington, D.C. to meet face-to-face with their congressman. And as always, they were welcomed with open doors.
It's been a neat experience to come in with an organization that has the clout that Texas Farm Bureau does and the open doors with some of the members and being welcomed in as important constituents. It's been a different experience than my previous trips as just a tourist.
For 2 days, over 100 Texas farmers and ranchers ascended Capitol Hill. Many issues flooded the conversations between growers and their representatives, issues that affect farm families every day, like trade and tax reform.
We're going to fix this broken tax code for the first time in a generation. We're proposing ending the death tax, simplifying the tax code so much that 9 out of 10 Americans will be able to file using a postcard system, and we bust up the IRS and redesign it into 21st century agency, so all of which are going to help our farmers and ranchers in America.
Congressmen like Kevin Brady are fighting every day for those they represent. Brady's efforts on behalf of rural Texas earned him the Golden Plow Award, the American Farm Bureau Federation's highest honor for leadership on Capitol Hill.
Well, Congressman Brady's been an outstanding representative for American agriculture and Texas agriculture. He had a 100% voting rate on the issues that we thought were important on the votes on the Hill. Texas nominated him and called him a workhorse for American agriculture.
2 other related issues in the minds of Texas farmers and ranchers are immigration reform and border security, protecting our nation while still allowing for reliable, legal guest workers.
Building a wall from sea to shining sea is the most expensive and least effective way to do border security. We should be increasing the amount of intelligence we're collecting on drug trafficking organizations, on kingpin human smugglers, and stop those criminals before they get to our border.
Private property rights are a way of life in the Lone Star State. That's why the eyes of Texas are focused on the Red River, a bill that would keep the Bureau of Land Management from taking land deeded to Texas landowners. It passed the House and is waiting to be taken up in the Senate.
It's the right thing to do for the property owners along the Red River. They should not have the federal government come and take land that they have the deed to and have paid taxes on for generations.
As Texas farmers and ranchers talked with their representatives, it was obvious this was a different D.C. One clear indication was the movement for regulation reform, aimed especially at the EPA.
I'm chairman of the House Science, Space, and Technology Committee, and we oversee the Environmental Protection Agency, among other agencies. I think it's my role to make sure that the EPA does not continue to promulgate regulations that are expensive, that are burdensome, and that are unnecessary. And oftentimes those regulations fall right on the heads of farmers and ranchers.
The 2018 Farm Bill is right around the corner, and the conversations start now. For farmers and ranchers, especially those growing cotton, there's a lot at stake.
Our goal was to be on the Ag Committee because of the Farm Bill and the implications of that for our ag industry. I just walked right into this in my first term with a chairman who's from West Texas, who understands agriculture, who's an advocate for agriculture, to get the safety net where it is girding up this industry in the difficult times like we've experienced over the last few years.
Those in Congress want to hear from their constituents. Traveling to the nation's capital, sitting across the table, talking face to face, it makes a difference, and lawmakers listen.
We've heard it time and time again, and you hear it from the congressmen themselves, you hear it from our U.S. senators. They want to talk to their constituents. They want to talk to people that are actually doing the things that we're talking about agriculture, talking about regulatory reform and all those type of things. They want to actually talk to the people that it's affecting.
For TFB News, Ed Wolf, Washington, D.C.